Amber Heard has decided that the best way to treat her feud with Australia is to troll their politicians online. More specifically, the Agriculture Minister Barnaby Joyce, who Amber had feuded with since 2015, which really shows how long she can hold a grudge for. The Aquaman star announced the name of her new dog on Twitter and said, "Meet the newest member of the Heard family, Barnaby Joyce." For those of you who don't know, back in 2015, Amber flew to Australia with Johnny Depp while he was filming the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. However, while he was doing that, Amber was also busy violating Australia's biosecurity codes by not declaring the Yorkshire Terriers that she had brought into the country. Then prosecutors dropped 2 more charges on Amber for illegally importing the terriers while Depp was filming. The conviction on the illegal importation counts could have possibly sent her to prison for up to 10 years. Additionally, false documents can charge carriers a maximum penalty of a year in jail and a fine of more than 10,000 Australian dollars. However, Magistrate Bernadette Callahan only sentenced her to a 1-month good behavior bond, which means that she would have to pay a $1,000 fine if she committed any further offenses in Australia. Plus, her and Johnny Depp had to make this really awkward apology video.
I am truly sorry that Pistol and Boo were not declared. Protecting Australia is important.
Declare everything when you enter Australia.
At the time of Amber being caught, she was given days to remove the dogs from the country or else face them being put down. I believe the Agriculture Minister was quoted as saying that the dogs should bugger off to America. This apparently kicked off a war of words between the Hollywood couple and Mr. Joyce, who is now the Deputy Prime Minister of Australia. He claims that Depp called him a sweaty, big-gutted man from Australia. And according to media outlets, Mr. Joyce was quoted as saying, "Just because he's Johnny Depp does not mean he's exempt from Australian law. There is a process if you want to bring animals, you get the permits, they go into quarantine, and then you can have them. It's time that Pistol and Boo buggered off back to the United States." In addition to this, Kevin Murphy, Depp's former estate manager, alleged that Amber had forced him to lie under oath after she knowingly smuggled her dogs into Australia. At the trial, he said, "I also explained to Miss Heard several times the fact that trying to take the dogs into Australia without completing the mandatory process was illegal and could result in very harsh penalties, including euthanizing the dogs." And the Daily Mail was the first to report about how the Department of Agriculture, Water and Environment had opened up this criminal probe into the case and enlisted the help of the FBI even. The FBI's role in this matter would be to track down witnesses in the US, according to the report. A source close to the investigation said that charges of perjury could still be on the table for Amber, adding, "She could just ignore the whole thing and never go back, but a huge number of movies are shot in Australia, including Aquaman. Alternatively, Amber could go back there and face her detractors. That's often her style. It's pretty evident by now that she's not one for backing down in the face of legal threats." And as I mentioned, this new criminal probe will be interviewing witnesses in the US, which includes Kevin Murphy. In the report, they state, "Murphy has now been interviewed at length by Australian investigators and has provided a lengthy witness statement and a trove of emails allegedly implicating Heard. Sources close to the investigation believe she could be weeks away from being hit with charges of perjury or subornation of perjury, which involves inducing someone to provide false testimony." Either way, all of this is not going to play out well for Amber come time for her big court date next year with Johnny Depp. She'll be facing crimes of perjury and now defamation. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on all of this though, because that's all the time that we have for today. So stay classy, and I'll see you on the next one.